Scientists set their sights on Mars to grow wine grapes, how drinking on the job cost one bartender $115,000, and Jack Daniel's, Woodford Reserve, and Old Forester call out Trump's tariffs. I'm Russell Davis, and this is Industry Network News. A professor of law at Northumbria University, Enki Shen, estimates the global wine counterfeiting industry will be worth $3.1 trillion by 2022. China has become the world's second largest wine consumer market next to the US. Chinese police seized 14,000 bottles of counterfeit Penfolds wine in November of last year. Counterfeit winemakers are known to use cheap ingredients such as nail polish remover and isopropanol, an ingredient in antifreeze. The Australian coalition government is taking action, announcing a new smart trademark program to help Australian businesses protect their goods from imitation products. Draftland, Hong Kong's first all-draft cocktail bar, opens. Angus Zhu and Antonio Lai opened Draftland to replicate the traditional tap room and provide a new cocktail experience. Draftland eliminates traditional bar service and allows customers to sample different flavors before buying them. This system allows for a focus on consistency, quality, and speed, with an average of 10 seconds of preparation per drink. Coyote Ugly celebrates 25 years of bar top dancing, scantily clad waitresses, and one badass CEO. In a photo you can call anything but ugly, the Coyote Ugly CEO Liliana Lovell posed in the company's yearly calendar for the first time ever. Lil Lovell, 51, founded the Coyote Ugly bars in 1993 and can now be found in 7 different countries. Lovell joined 15 other bartenders for the chain's 25th anniversary, saying, "50 is the new 30. Lovell referred to her body as a vessel that carried her millions of miles, provided for her son, and sheltered her from severe sickness. She said, "After all that, I kind of have a six-pack. Damn it, I need to be in the calendar." In a testament to Coyote Ugly's success, Lil's photo is accompanied with the tagline, "Cheers to 25 years fueled by diet, exercise, and bourbon." Growing wine grapes on Mars may not be that far off. According to the Washington Post, the country of Georgia is on a mission to cultivate grapevines fit for Mars agriculture pods. A team of researchers and academics will experiment on grape varieties and their growth in Mars-like soil. Construction on a vertical laboratory that mimics the condition of Mars is said to begin soon. The founder of Georgia Space Station said, "If we're going to live on Mars one day, Georgia needs to contribute." Budweiser also sees space as the next frontier. In 2017, the company announced their commitment to produce a space beer in the near future and has already launched barley into space. After a month in orbit on board SpaceX's cargo supply mission, the barley will return home for analysis, and Budweiser hopes the brew will be carried on board NASA's first manned mission to Mars. Diageo, in partnership with graphic artists, created a series of Jane Walker iterations in relation to its Johnny Walker brand to support this year's #Women's Wave March. Last weekend at the Women's March in Washington, D.C., millions of people came together to march towards a shared vision of progress and gender equality. Jane Walker signs were passed out to marchers from a truck parked along the march route. Diageo released the Johnny Walker Black Label Jane Walker Edition in March of last year as a symbol of the brand's commitment to progress. Whiskey brand RK responds to criticism over alcohol-free whiskey. On January 11th, the Scotch Whisky Association opened an investigation into the legitimacy of the brand's alcohol-free whiskey. The association argued it's illegal to produce whiskey that isn't at least 40% ABV. RK says its products are labeled as alcohol-free whiskey-flavored drink, pointing out that whiskey flavor is the key difference. An RK spokesperson went on to accuse the Scotch Whisky Association of fake news in order to discriminate the RK brand, and noted the company will sue for millions of dollars in damages. Heineken announces it is entering the non-alcoholic market with Heineken 0.0. At 69 calories per bottle, this beer is meant to enhance drinking occasions, not limit them. Johnny Cahill, Chief Marketing Officer of Heineken USA, said, "The time has come for an innovation that disrupts the category and offers a new take on how people drink and enjoy beer." In a new bill delivered to Congress, Democratic Congressman Earl Blumenauer from Oregon proposes that marijuana be regulated like alcohol. Marijuana for recreational use is allowed in 10 states. Congressman Blumenauer said, "Our federal marijuana laws are outdated and have negatively impacted countless lives. H.R. 420, the Regulate Marijuana Like Alcohol Act, would see that marijuana was removed from the Controlled Substance Act list and leave the regulation of the plant to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. A bar is suing a bartender for $115,000. The Barrel Room, a bar in Oregon, filed a lawsuit against Gunnar Håkan Jorstad, claiming he was drunk on the job last January while serving customers. The bar claims Jorstad's actions led to the Oregon Liquor Commission temporarily closing the bar. The Barrel Room wants the bartender to take responsibility by paying $5,500 per day in damages for 21 days, totaling $115,000. Jorstad was also penalized by the state. His service payment, a permit issued by the Oregon Liquor Control Commission to employees who serve alcohol, was suspended for 18 days. The beverage industry is currently in the middle of the largest trade war in economic history. The U.S. has been part of numerous trade wars since President Donald Trump imposed a 25% import duty on steel and a 10% import duty on aluminum. Nearly 150 customers come together as one to voice their concerns over retaliatory tariffs. The companies have all signed a letter to Congress. The letter stated, "We also strongly encourage Congress to exercise its oversight role on trade policy matters to prevent further harm to U.S. workers, consumers, and families that will result from both the existing and proposed tariffs." At the center of the trade wars is American whiskey, including Jack Daniel's, Woodford Reserve, and Old Forester. Christine Lacasio, Distilled Spirits Council Senior Vice President for International Trade, said, "American whiskey is the only U.S. agricultural product subject to retaliatory tariffs by all of the retaliating trade partners." Please follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at BarIndustryNet. I'm Russell Davis, and this is Industry Network News.